This week's episode is on uniquely Canadian things. First off, let's look at some money. Here's American money from a 20 down to a 1, and here's a Canadian from 100 down to a 2 and a $1 bill. Now, the 2 and the $1 bill are older models. We don't have them anymore. We have a toonie and a loonie, and we'll give you a little bit of a close-up. Toonie has a polar bear, loonie has a loon, thus the name loonie. Food's next, except for this. Bear makes aspirin, and somehow in Canada, they can actually put aspirin on the label. So when you go get aspirin, you're picking up a Bear product. I don't believe anyone else can do that, and I'm pretty sure in the U.S. it's just called Bear ASA. Milk. Milk comes in a bag. We get 3 bags, and they look like this. So what do you do with that? It's not in a jug, but that's okay. We have a pitcher, and everybody has a pitcher because you got to put the milk in something. Now, what you do is you take the milk and you just slide it into the pitcher. However, you also have to do one of these on the bottom to make sure it pushes down, because anyone who's ever had bagged milk knows if you don't make sure it's at the bottom, when you go to pour out the milk, guess what happens? I've had it spill all over, so has anyone else. But now this, I'll show you a close-up of it. I took a picture of it so you could see. Well, that's to open the milk with. And what you do is you take it. It's got a little blade on it. It's got a magnet on the back so you can stick it on the fridge when you're done with it. But you just take it, you take the end, and you go like that. That's it. Now you've cut the notch. Now you got yourself a nice glass of milk. The next thing we've got is cookies. Oh, come on, cookies are great. But what I have here are Girl Scout cookies and Girl Guide cookies. Now, of course, if you're from the U.S., you have Girl Scout cookies. And they come in 5 or 6 different varieties. Maybe there's more. I'm not really sure. I love them. There's all sorts of different kinds. And about the only one that's in common with the Girl Scouts and the Girl Guides in Canada is they have these mint ones. And they're not quite as thin as the U.S. kind, but they're just as good. So, once again, 2 sets of cookies, Girl Guides, Girl Scouts, something different. But that's not where the difference starts. How about this? In the States, they have macaroni and cheese. In Canada, we have KD, or Kraft Dinner. They sell more Kraft Dinner in Canada than anywhere else in the world per capita. I don't know why we like it so much, but I don't think there's a college student in Canada that hasn't eaten this stuff. So, it's good. It's great. There's all sorts of different recipes for it. It's Bisto. Now, what the hell is Bisto? Well, Bisto is real simple. It's a gravy maker. So if you're making a roast, you throw in some Bisto, you got yourself some beautiful gravy. It also comes in chicken. I don't have the chicken with me here right now, and I'm not running to the store to get one to show you. It just comes in a yellow box instead of red. But Bisto is just like any other gravy thickener. You know, some people use flour. That's always good. Some people use cornstarch, but there's a third one you can use. So there you go. Isn't that something? All exclusively in Canada. You can't get this in the States. The next thing up is pickles. Now, there's all sorts of variety of pickles. There's dill pickles, there's sweet pickles, there's hot pickles. But the one variety that we have in Canada is a sweet mix. Now, you got to work with what you got here. I only have the no-name variety, and they come, you can see that, they come with pickles, and they also come with pickled sweet onions, which are great. Now, if you get the name brand, Bix, they also come with pickled cauliflower, which we used to call yellow trees. And they're all sweet, and I've never seen them ever in the States, but these are definitely uniquely Canadian. Speaking of something that's unique, you know, we were talking about Kraft macaroni and cheese. And I mean, Kraft makes tons of stuff. One thing they make in Canada is peanut butter. And this is one of the most popular brands in Canada, with the beers and that. It has been a staple in my house since I was a little kid. I'm sure a whack load of Canadians too. And it's really tasty, and that's why it's so popular. So, let's go over to breakfast foods. You've got Kellogg's and Post, and they all make, corn flakes and Raisin Bran and what have you. We have something different. We got Shreddies. Now, Shreddies are cool. They're kind of like a cross between Chex Mix and Malto Meal. And I'll show you. We'll go in here and we'll grab some. And this is a Shreddy. And they come in different flavors, too. You can get maple flavor and honey flavor, and they've got about 4 or 5 different kinds. But as you can see, it kind of looks like a Chex Mix, but it doesn't taste like that at all. And yeah, they're good to snack on while you're watching TV too. There you go. That's something uniquely Canadian you're not going to see in the States. Oh, and if you want to snack on something, hey, wait, we got a whole bunch of snacks here. Now, once again, I didn't run out and get everything, but right here we have a half moon. And what's a half moon? Well, just like the box shows, it's a half moon. It's got this nice vanilla. They also come in chocolate, and it's got a icing coating in the middle. They're really yummy, and they're very addictive. But if you're also talking about addictive, we also have Joe Louise. And Joe Louise are a chocolate cake with filling in the middle. Once again, they're also really addictive. They are out of this world. And, I got a box of 6, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take more than, one sitting for me and the kids to wipe this out. Wouldn't take much at all. Tea. So here is tea you get from the States. Look at that. You probably get it at Tim Hortons like this too. And if you want tea, you just kind of dunk her in the cup. But we don't have that. What we have is tea bags like that, no strings attached. So the only way you can make your tea is like that. Now there's 2 ways of getting them out of the mug once you're done with the bag. One, you either have a high pain tolerance for boiling water and you pull them out, or you use a teaspoon. You dig her out that way. I think victory goes to the American ones with the string on. All right, so next up is this. Now, they're called Rockets. In the States, they're called Smarties. So, they're Rockets in Canada, Smarties in the States. However, we have Smarties too, but they're not Rockets. There's your Smarties right there. Our Smarties, I only have the little boxes, but our Smarties are like that. And I'll show you one. They're very similar to M&M's. They have a harder candy shell. They're not as colorful, and they don't have an M on them. Actually, they don't have an S on them either, which would be a kind of a cool idea. But there's our Smarties. Nothing like the ones in the States, but they are oh so good. Now, I don't have a whole lot of chocolate bars, and we don't call them candy bars, they're chocolate bars. But here's what we do that's a little different. Mr. Big. Mr. Big is a big chocolate bar. It's chocolate and kind of puffy nougat stuff. Then, of course, Coffee Crisp. I'm not one for Coffee Crisp, but for illustrative purposes, chocolate with wafers, and it tastes like coffee. So if you love coffee, that's something you really want. And then the last one I have are Aero bars. And they are basically just poofy chocolate. Really tasty. And it's unique to our country. Potato chips. Now, Lay's makes a whole bunch of potato chips. They make regular and barbecue and salt and vinegar and and sour cream and onion. But the one thing we have in Canada that they don't have in the States is ketchup flavor. And I used to, when we were kids, we used to imagine we were actually like making hot dogs with the sour cream and the ketchup chips, and we combine the salt and vinegar, and we try and combine them all. So, and it does taste like ketchup. It really does. Is it that unusual a flavor? Well, it shouldn't be. I mean, you put ketchup on your French fries. Same kind of idea. And the last one, bag of sticks, Hickory Sticks. Now, I have seen sticks in the U.S., but they're not Hickory Sticks, and they're nowhere close to Hickory Sticks. These things have a flavor all their own. I'm not one for smoke flavor, but I don't mind the hickory smoke flavor in these. They're really tasty, and if you're ever in our country, you gotta try yourself some of these. That's everything I've got around the house to show you what's uniquely Canadian. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it informative, and if you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and that'll tell you the next time I upload a video, and you can enjoy that one too. If you want to leave a comment, please leave one below. I'd sure appreciate it. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.